Okay, let me just see if you guys can see it. Hello, 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 hello. I think this is good. Maybe one more. All right. So today we are going to do some little bit of exercise over here that will cover our few things like ownership and borrowing and all. Okay. So the first thing over here is ticket tracker. It will be in memory. So we have to build a ticket struct. I mean, that's like the problem statement over here. It's more of a hint, right? So build a ticket struct that has these fields. Status is an enum. Enum has three options: open, in progress, done. We have to store these in this, and these are the functions that we have to create. It forces us to confront the ownership immediately. Who owns the vector? What happens when you try to return a reference to an element while also mutating a vector? Okay, so these are some things that we need to like kind of replicate. The add ticket function will add a ticket. This is the title and this is the description. So the ID, it seems to be generated auto. I think it would be an increment, right? This ID, let's say 1 in progress, means the ID 1 is fixed login bug, is in progress, and list tickets will just like show the list, entire list over here, like fixing this ID, this the status, ID, title, status. So let's see, maybe we can just do the 1 and 2 entirely in one place. So instead of panic and wrap, we'll simply use these things like like using results and these errors for something like that. Okay. Error ticket not found. Okay, so let's start with this thing. How many peoples we have? Two peoples. Cool. Okay, so let's start with this thing. Okay, this is the PDF, right? Maybe we can just have it over here. Like that. Okay, so we have to make the struct first, right? So title, no title, it will be ticket, right? What do we need? We need ID, and we need ID, that is of course U32, right? Title, that is string, description. will also be a string, and status. It's a enum, so we'll create a enum over here. Okay. So let's create this enum over here. And status. So the enum status has open, in progress, and done. So open, in progress, and done. Right. So now we have to create the functions over here. So in order to create those functions in the strict, we have to extend the implementation, right? Simple tickets. Of course, we have to create a new function over here. I'll say fn new, and it will return self, right? And we have to return this thing over here. Tickets. So here the ID will be 1 at first, and let's see how these statements are going. So we'll use a add ticket, okay, and we'll update these things over here. So let's first initialize these things so that we can have yes, right. Initialize this thing ID. It will be 0 at first. Title, it could be this status. Okay, few things over here. I need to have this thing, right, so that I can add ticket to it. So it doesn't give us how, like, do we have to create the instance on it, or how do we do that? It just gives us the state, like the function that we have to implement. So it's up to us how we are going to do. Either you create a public function out of it and directly access the struct inside that, or you create a new instance and then take that thing as a reference and call these function out on that. So we are going to do that. So we can say okay, new is never used. We will use it. So we have this thing. created this thing, right? Initially at first. Now we can add on. Let's see how it goes. Uh, Add, we have ticket, right? Add ticket. And it returns nothing, I guess. And we have to mutate it, so like that, right? So I can simply say it now. Okay, so another things that we will be having is a title that will be of type string and a description that will be of type string, right? And we have to create a function that will like fetch the current ID because we need to increment it, right? So earlier it's a 0. Are you implementing an 2e? No, it's not a 2e, it's a simple CLI app. Simple CLI. Just give me a minute. Electricity is. Yeah. Okay. It's not a 2e app. So yeah, so we need to have an ID. And how do we do that? Can we create a function that says get ID that we call on every add ticket so that I can have the latest ID that I can do an increment on? But how do I get that ID? If I have 2, 3 entry on the vector, so maybe I can have the last item, right? Maybe I can have the last item because eventually I have to push this on the struct. So basically this thing struct tickets, this is the basic layout, and I have to create vector of these and push those tickets on the vector. So initially I'll have this thing, then add tickets go. Okay. Hello Eric. Okay, this add ticket will be, I think it will be on the vector itself, right? We create a new ticket over here, and you know what we have to do? Maybe on this new we can call these things, right? Because on the add ticket here what will happen is we'll have a vector over here, right? We'll have a vector over here and we can push these tickets on the vector. That's what we have to do. Amazing. Okay. We can have a vector of x over here that says what says expected an item, or maybe it needs a ticket, right? I'm just calling ticket. Maybe we can call new from here and create like this. So I can say let ticket equals like tickets, and id would be like that, get id, and it returns an integer. I can say plus plus 1 like that. Can I do that like this? And we already have title, we have description, and status status will be like this. Status it will be open, I think, right? Open. And I cannot like kind of do this, so I'll have to do this. So I have to create a get id, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's create this get ID. Now, get ID will have to create get ID. It will return U32, right? And it will have self over here, right? Not self. I think it will just use this thing. It will not have self, right? So we can have the length minus one index. Okay, so length minus one. So I can say let item equals tickets. Okay, what I can say is tickets dot length minus one, right? So I'll have the item over here and I can just return the item dot ID from here. But we have to do this thing as well. Uh, that's okay. I don't found keyword. I consider using static. Mm-hmm. Web ticket. Web tickets in web ticket. So 1925. Where are you studying from? I'm just practicing the questions because I left it like for 3 4 months. So I'm just uh-huh. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, I have something. Expected an item from consider using the issue here is I cannot get this thing because it could be empty. That is why, right? So I think this will not be there, right? Maybe on the new itself. Rust my high job. What's that? Okay. You create like this. Okay. Correct. Okay. What does that mean? Just my high job. Not sure what is the issue. I think this is the correct way to do. Expected an item. Defining it immutable. So if I just maybe I should create a separate file. Oh, what the heck, man! I didn't saw it. Didn't saw it. My bad. My bad. Now here, what I can do is I need to pass in this thing, right? But I have to make a check over here, right? So maybe I can return the nothing. Maybe I can just are you working in Rust or some other stack? Uh, I am in like web dev. Push some like kind of Rust backend web dev related in the production as well. But that's one time. Then I switched back to like mostly working in Node.js TypeScript. So what it looks like. Yeah, I can say if. Okay, now here is the question. Variable need not to be mutable. Expected identify. Don't care the website. So now I need to make this thing. Just give me a minute. I'm getting a call, guys. Where's the OBS? Uh, let me. Okay. How can I video capture device? Okay. How will I connect the iPhone in this camera now? Will that work? Will that work? FaceTime. I think I need to delete it. Video capture device. No, video capture. Okay, this is how it should be. Okay. So I'm using my phone as the camera. So whenever I get a call, it gets disconnected. I have to leave right now. So I'll turn off the stream now. Okay, guys. We'll continue this maybe in the evening. Okay, so I'll see you later. Bye bye.